2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all of sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Embiid is out there with LeBron James, and it's Young, then it's G, and it's Leonard in at the threesome. And LeBron James, the most accomplished and influential player of his era. It almost goes without saying that he's a fixture in the All-Star game.
A multiple MVP of the All-Star game with his explosive dunking ability. I put his All-Star highlight reel up against anybody. And this has become...
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My goodness.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches.
Oh, what a play!
Woo! Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
The East All-Stars tack on two more.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
West All-Stars shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, Shakur. And G drops them both. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with the East All-Stars head coach. He was looking over the lineups and he said, I've never seen such even matchups all my life. The talent on both sides is just insane. I asked him if he had a game plan for tonight, and he told me, I thought about it, have some ideas, but that's not what this is about. It's a showcase for the best of the best, guys.
All right, thank you, David.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by G. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Shakur. And then G with the jam.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Irving kicks to Curry. To the inside, Davis. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Embiid.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis, the #1 pick in 2012, and he's right at home in the All-Star game setting.
And he dropped 52 points in that 2017 game. Naturally, he brought home that MVP award. Not a lot of defense played that night, but again, he did get 50-plus in a regular season game as well.
Well, the All-Star game D is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
Pass to Irving. Let's go. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And the West All-Stars with possession. It's a 5-point game. And the dunk by LeBron.
Superb timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
Curry passes to Durant. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the West All-Stars?
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. Floats it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
And then G with the jam.
Guys, we had to take flight to get to this game tonight, but here's a guy who simply takes flight and flies at will on the basketball court. I mean, it's pretty surreal to watch a guy who can elevate to that level. Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
And then G with the jam.
And how about all these dunks? I mean, this game's been a complete crowd pleaser, no doubt.
I know, I'm loving it. These players are really strutting their stuff tonight. Showtime!
Here's Irving. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley-oop or a spectacular behind-the-back pass, that's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And it's the West All-Stars ball. They have a 9-point lead. And the dunk by James.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Irving passes to Durant. Good work there as it goes.
And that's a nice exchange between teammates there. I mean, they really work well together, whether it's All-Star Week or the regular season.
You know, really pretty fresh they get to share this stage together tonight. I mean, they've both helped each other to get here, and now they're going to keep helping each other.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Leonard inside. KD's on him. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Fades back. A second chance effort. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now. Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Count that one.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the...
Oh,
my
great.
goodness! That was special. Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
floats it up for James. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, the alley-oop connection. That's all-star play at its best.
Outside, Davis. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Embiid. Young passes to Shakur. And he lobs it up and finished off by Leonard.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high-percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. And Kawhi Leonard, never the flashiest player, Greg, but there's no question he deserves a spot among the league's best.
A player who's in the mix for MVP when he's healthy, a two-way terror. The claw is as real as it gets.
New players in now for the East. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Embiid. Blake Griffin comes in for LeBron. George is checked in for Leonard. And Doncic is subbed in for Young.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
Beal from long range sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And the dunk by Doncic.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
Harden outside. There's the pass to Vucevic. Gobert trying to get open. G with the rebound. Oh, Griffin in position. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Well, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Outside, Beal. Back to Harden. Lillard outside. Back to Harden. Three-pointer. West All-Stars with the rebound.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
The shot by George, wide open. And Vucevic pulls it down.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Beal's shot is good.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Shakur passes to Doncic. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Gobert the pass to Lillard. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. The West All-Stars with the ball. To the paint. Here's Griffin. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Shakur. Plays it up and banks it in. G's got 29.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And it's George finishing it off.
I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
Shoots from the block, and there's Lillard on the assist by Vucevic.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Shakur kicks to George. Passes it to Shakur. Good if it goes. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's the West All-Stars in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard is... Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA.
And you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
So the West ends up... Whoa!
Watch out now. That was absurd. He's showing the skills that got him voted here.
The West All-Stars have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And here's Irving.
Curry!
Floats it up for Giannis. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so Curry will bring it up for the East All-Stars. Outside Irving. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here is Shakur, guarded by Curry. And it's G finishing it off.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Irving surveying the floor. Sweet little floater. Irving's got 6.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And Joel Embiid with another All-Star game to his credit. He's right at home in all this attention.
A star on social media, one of the game's most devoted trash talkers, and he certainly can make some highlights.
He's off on the first. Mark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available, and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes pride.
Oh, goodness! Where did that come from?
Oh,
That was beautiful.
what a punch.
Hey, yo, get on step. Watch the screen.
Outside Irving. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Embiid. Misses off the right iron.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And on the way from Irving for three, G with the rebound. G's got 6 rebounds in the game. Young's shot is off.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Durant with it. Back to Curry. This one for 3. West All-Stars with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Inside. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Irving dishes to Giannis. Outside, KD. They get the rebound. And Antetokounmpo shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Really, you know what? Trying to keep Antetokounmpo off the glass, that's a tough assignment because he's long and he can leap.
The shot by Shakur, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And it's G finishing it off.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive, and he continues to grow as a passer.
Curry passes to Davis. Shoots over Embiid. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Shakur, and the rejection by Curry. And he recovers it. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Shakur, no good.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
And G with the stuff.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
And so it's the West All-Stars in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Antetokounmpo out there with Durant. Then it's Curry. Then there's Irving. And it's Davis in at the center filling out the middle. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Giannis, no good. And so here are the West All-Stars. Here's Embiid. Good. Nice job down low. Embiid's got 5.
Get Embiid the ball and he goes to work, especially that close to the basket.
Floats it up for Davis. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
The West All-Stars with the ball. Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
You know, at 6'8", with the ball skills that James has, he handles it like a guard. He can get wherever he wants to off the dribble.
And the foul called on G. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Irving. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And that's 10 points for Kyrie Irving. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Irving passes to Davis. And stolen by James. Here's Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
The West All-Stars have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. Leonard hits them both. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Irving passes to Davis. Curry deciding where to go with it. And the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid's is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot.
So explosive.
Oh, is that beautiful.
Are you serious? Between the legs in a real game? That has the makings of a legendary dunk.
Oh, agreed. Forget about the plays of the week. That one will be one of the plays of the year.
Hey, I've got to bring some sanity back to this thing now. You know the coach would have been salty if he'd have missed that thing.
And Kyrie Irving has a way of showing up big in the biggest moments. And, guys, that includes the All-Star game.
Yeah, his rookie year, he was the Rising Stars game MVP his rookie season, going 12 of 13 from the field. 2 years later, the All-Star MVP hitting 14 of 17. Man, he makes it look easy.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Out to the wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Shakur. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. G's got 52 points.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defender something extra to think about.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
The West All-Stars have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Free throw good, Shakur. And some changes here for the East. Rudy Gobert comes in for Anthony Davis. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Irving. And West also making a switch. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Embiid. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lillard.
Durant.
It's hauled in by LeBron.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And then G with the jam.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
They get it back. Here's Gobert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. Well, Rudy Gobert is a player who might not wow you here tonight, but GA, no doubt he brings an all-star impact on the floor.
You won't find a better rim protector. The Stifle Tower has endless nick.
Big group substitution here for the East. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Vucevic. Kevin Durant comes in for Bradley Beal. Kemba Walker is checked in for James Harden. And Irving subbed in for Damian Lillard. Here is Shakur. Guarded by Walker. Basket counts. G's got 58.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Irving against Young. Lets a floater go. That one misses. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Here's Shakur. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 6th assist on the night. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the East All-Stars. They can't stop the run with that one.
Man, I can't believe. Yes, sir.
That was incredible.
Oh, man.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the West All-Stars.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
The East making a switch. Curry's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, the 15th pick back in 2013.
Not even a lottery pick. Not many saw this coming. He's grown in size and skill. Now a chance to be the best in the world. He's every bit an all-star.
Now Curry. He has 6. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Curry outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 5 here tonight.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Giannis inside. Defended by Young. The shot by Curry, no good. Lobbed up there for Embiid. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by G. It could go.
Yeah, I don't want to dismiss the defensive chops of Antetokounmpo. I mean, he is so good at handling himself on the defensive end, whether he's guarding his own guy or in position to help his teammates.
And so it's the West All-Stars, ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the floor for the West All-Stars, they've got LeBron James. G is out there with Trae Young. Then it's Ingram, and it's Embiid in at the 5 spot.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Right side, Kevin Durant. From outside, off the mark.
And you can see why he might be off on some of it.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team. I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo.
Hey, if you had a list of the most athletic players in the NBA and did a roll call, it would be not long before you got to Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak is the real deal.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
It's stolen by G. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Stephen Curry. Free throw good, Shakur. And G drops them both. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Now, here is Irving. And there's the call on James. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
On the wing, Irving. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 9th assist in the game now. Here's Shakur, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
2 shots.
The first one falls. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the West.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
James kicks to Shakur. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. George is checked in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about it, market size, nightlife for some guys is important. Business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
Pass to Shakur. Trying his luck from deep. Rebound by the East All-Stars.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Curry can't get it to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Guys, Steph Curry, the first unanimous league MVP and a regular in the All-Star game.
And before him, I think it was the dunkers that captivated the fans' imagination. Curry started a shift towards long-distance shooting as the new top highlight.
And the first one drops. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize champion? Here's Shakur, and then G with the jam.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
And then G with the jam.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
From deep. That shot misses.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
Exactly. I mean, that shot is one he shouldn't even think about taking.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Shakur. Over Irving. A basket by Shakur.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Walker's shot is off. Here is Shakur. He's covered by Irving. A basket by Shakur.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Drops in the tray.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly. Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
And he gets it to go.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Whoa, just climbing the ladder for that 360. Stupendous hop.
Yeah, Greg, he was sky high on that finish.
And that's what it takes, guys. Athleticism, coordination, and a bunch of confidence and fearlessness.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as the win.
Sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all a very good night.
Thank you.
Hey, Shaq here. I appreciate the double-double effort tonight. Aggressive on the glass and scoring the rock. Talk about your mindset coming in.
I think collectively, we were all on the same page, man. We knew it was going to be a physical battle on the boards and in the paint, that everyone was going to have to chip in a little extra. I just put my head down and tried to keep up my end of the bargain, you know what I'm saying? And fortunately, my teammates did likewise. And we came away with that big W.
It's all about you, baby.
Make sure you click the circle to subscribe to my YouTube gaming channel, and make sure you click the box to watch my previous uploads. Take care, and thanks again.